Hey everybody, well I just had this fixed and I thought I had it in portrait mode. I might not, so I apologize. Still working out the kinks. But welcome to Facebook Friday. Let me just put this on, sorry for my hand. And let's just see what's going on here. Just getting everything set up, so anybody's on, just let me know. Let me get over here. So today I want to talk to you about, first I want to tell you about the product premiere. That starts April 1st, okay? And that's going to be the share, oh, sorry, that's the wrong one. It's to share what you love. See, I'm not awake yet either. Okay, it's the Share What You Love suite. That starts May 1st, and that's for everyone that can order the bundles. Just getting started bundle, a little more please bundle, and gotta have it all bundle. Okay, so if you're not sure about what that is, please get in touch with me, Stampersdelight.com, and I can get you out some information. Morning, Gloria. Just let me know if you can see this okay. Thank you. So let me know if you want more information on the Share What You Love suite, which goes live to the customers May 1st, okay? And I can get you out that information. A couple of other things while we're waiting for other people to join in. Don't forget my classes. Sign up for my classes, Stampersdelight.com. Next one is May 7th. I can give you more information on that. Again, hopefully this is set up right because I had it set up and then I moved everything. Also, my open house is June 4th, and if you're not on my mailing list, just contact me so I can get you on there. Reserve your new catalog. That goes live June 1st. And these Facebook Friday mornings seem to work out great for me. So, again, just tune in. Know that I'll be here on Friday mornings. Okay. So I do see my setup now, and it is not correct. Okay. So it's sideways again. Okay. So let's just turn it till I get this right. There we go. Okay, so it's a work in process here with me. Is it upside down? Yeah. It's upside down, isn't it? Okay. Let's just go the other way. Let's see how that works. There we go. Okay, thanks, Gloria. All right, well, I'll get this yet. Okay, so let's go into the stamping because I do have to go to work too. So today what we're going to do is I'm going to show you the lined alphabet with the Big Shot layered alphabet details. The first thing I want to show you about this is the best thing to do with these alphabet pieces is to, when you open them up, okay, is I put the letters on there in a Sharpie marker. You can see that. Because it's easier to, when you take them off the paper, to see what the letters are, because you're really only looking at partial parts of the letter. So with a Sharpie marker, I just put what letters I was looking at. Okay. And why do I have, that's actually a D. I got to change that. See, that's what I mean. It's easier to see while they're on there what ones you need. Okay. So just so you know that. So again, you're going to see it's going to look a little strange at first, but this is one of the pieces that we'll be using. I'll show you how to use that. And then you intertwine these pieces to make the cutouts. And it's all going to make sense in a minute. And here's the card. Let me just show you. Okay, so those are the pieces that you use to cut it out. And here's the letters. I know it looks a little confusing. It's actually very easy. So let's move that away. So you're going to use this to cut out the letters, and this goes right inside here, each letter. There's a rounded edge. You want to make sure that rounded edge is in there. And when I start doing it, it'll make more sense. Okay. So if you can see that, and then you cut it out. So let me just show you what I mean. Okay. So this is the card that I'm going to show you. And you see it's got this part. So this is how you get the edge part of it. And this would be cutting out the M. Make a little more sense now? Hi, Gail. Thanks for tuning in. Okay, so I am going to show you, and it's going to be kind of hard because, I'm not real familiar with this whole setup yet, but I'm going to show you how to make this card. And this is with, again, our new designer series paper and our new, Blackberry Bliss isn't new. It came back. So I'm going to show you that. Okay, so first thing we need to do is, let me grab the paper. Okay, so we need the Big Shot. And this is going to be the hard part for me because hopefully you can see that. You're going to take your plate, and what I found is, and I know this is hard to see, but the piece of cardstock that I'm using is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. You do waste a little bit, but you know, you can always use the scraps for something else. So the first thing I'm going to do is these little edges right here, and hopefully you can see that. That lines up the first two, there's 2 edges right here. That lines up very nice to this cardstock when it's 4 1/4. Or, yeah, 4 1/4. Okay, can everybody see that? Right here, 4 1/4. So and then you're going to lay your letter right inside there. You can use washi tape to hold it down if you want. I'm not really. Good morning, Stacy. Please just let me know if you can't see anything well, okay? So you can use some washi tape to lay it down, but I'm not going to. And this is tricky because I've never done the actual Big Shot on camera. So what I'm doing is I'm lining that up, and then I'm going to run it through my Big Shot, lining those edges up. Whoop. And this is where I could do it fine, you know, not on camera. I don't use washi tape. Of course, now, let me just stand up and do this. Okay, so line those edges up. And of course, it might not come out perfect because I'm on, I want to say on stage. I feel like I'm on stage. Okay, so let's just run it through. And then just run it through. You don't have to run it back through. Sometimes I do that just because I'm used to doing it. So many other things. And then I'll bring this back in. So when you take it apart, okay, you take that off, you're going to get the M. Okay. Now I'm going to show you once more because I have to do, I already did one M because it's Mom. I already did one M. So I'm bringing this back in, the plate, one plate down there, and I'm bringing in, this time I'm using Rich Razzleberry instead of the Blackberry Bliss. Again, I'm putting that down, grabbing this part, which is where you put your letters. And I'm going to put this right back in there. I don't really measure it because you're going to have to cut some of this cardstock off anyway. And then I'm going to put the O in there. This is the O. And remember, that's why I put these with the Sharpie marker on there. It's easier to see. And inside there, again, the rounded edge, just so you know, rounded edge to the rounded edge. goes in there. Got that in there, line those little notches up. And again, the first 2 notches work good with the 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And it's all trial and error with me right now, because this is the first time I tried this. I played with it last night for the first time. I know I'm shaking the camera, sorry. And these letters, because I'm doing this the way I'm doing it, may not come out perfect. They may come out a little crooked, but you get the general idea. Okay, so let's take that off. Now you can see what it looks like. And you just lift this off. You're going to be a little more careful when you're doing it. On camera, it's a little hard. You take these pieces away, and then you just take this, poke that out, and there's your O. Okay? So let's move this out of the way. So you have your M and your O. And I already did the other M. So I'll bring that in. And let me just bring the card again in. And let's just finish that. So what I did to make it a little bit easier, because I have a little trouble seeing sometimes, I brought in my Stamparatus. Pull it out. I don't want to hit the camera. For this. For the M, just throw that in there. And let me grab the other one. Gonna line my M up, hopefully line it up again. This isn't as easy as it looks when you're doing it on camera. Now I'm making both of these. One will go to my mother-in-law, one will go to my mom. And if it's not perfect, they're not gonna care. They're just gonna be happy that I made a nice card. So, flip that over, get my black. Yes, I'm using the archival black, which is going away. Hopefully I didn't move that too much. Trying to do this without hitting the camera. Still didn't get the middle of it. Okay, I gotta re-ink that. I didn't ink it up. That's the great thing about Stamparatus, is I can just re-ink it and it goes right in the same spot. I think the pad needs to be re-inked. Okay, well, you get the general idea. Next, better move that out of the way. Now I'm just gonna flip this over. I would clean this, but because I have to get to work too, I'm not gonna bother with that right now. Now I'm gonna put the O in there. And line up my O. Ink that up. Hopefully it didn't move it again. I'm a little more careful when it didn't come out quite as nice as I'd like, but it's because I'm moving around too much. Okay, so there we have the O. Let me just move this out of the way. Thank goodness I have a big room back here. Okay, so now I got the M. I got the mom. Let me bring in the rest of my stuff here. So now I can put it together. Now here's my card. So what I did was, because I didn't just like the, I mean, you could do it like this, Mom, this way. And this is what I meant by trimming it off. But I added some designer series paper. And I cut this, I think this was 4 1/4, right? 4 1/4, I always have to measure it. Yeah, 4 1/4 by 2.5 because I wanted a little bit more, and I'm doing this kind of fast, I know. Because I wanted the end to have some designer series paper. So I layered that right there. And then I can start layering the letters on it. Like this. So let's go ahead and do that. You may have to trim them off. The way I found it easier was just to start. And I'm looking at it this way. Start with the first one. Go to the second. I did that one pretty good. When I'm done, I put a little glue dot under the letters just to lay them, to keep them down. You can or don't have to. The last one is the one you're going to want to trim. And you'll see what I mean. See now, if I flip that around, it goes past my card. I'm not, you know, this is the way I do it. You can cut it beforehand. What I did was I wanted to make sure it was correct first. And then I flipped it this way. Be honest with you. You can do it one of two ways. And I marked it with a pen and then cut it. But because we're pressed for time here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some snail on there. And I'm just going to cut the rest of it off. Which I don't normally do because I never cut straight. I don't know that you ladies can, but I can't. And then I'm just going to take my scissors and open this up and just cut that off. There's going to be a lot of different ways to do this. Okay, it's a new set, so we're going to find tips and tricks as it goes on. Now, for this piece, what I did was I didn't take any letter. I just took this, the guide, and I'll bring my Big Shot back in. And I took the same width, and I took a piece of designer series paper, same one, and I just put this piece without a letter in there, and I brought it up just to give me that, I don't know, I call it, whoop, wrong way. Well, you know what? I'm going to do it this way anyway. Let's see if I can do it. This out. You're gonna have to do some trimming on this too. But you see what happens? I got that, at least I got a little bit of it started. And then what I did was I just turned it over, fussy cut into this to give me that kind of edge that I wanted. And I actually, after I did this for the other card, I wanted a straighter edge, so I took it over to my paper cutter to get a better edge. Actually, I did pretty good with that one, so I don't have to bother. So, again, I line that up. And then I just flipped it over and trimmed it off. And then I see a little bit here, so I'm just going to hand trim that. You can use, again, you can use your paper trimmer, but because of time, I'm just trimming it with scissors. Okay, so that's what I did for that. And then I'm just going to show you the finished product because I think you can figure that out. I just put a little artisan pearl in the mom. And then I used our new, sorry, still don't know the names of everything. I used our new, what is this called? Polka Dot Ribbon, which is so nice because it's so good for tying. It's very, very soft. And I tied that around. I actually tied the whole inside of the card, which I normally don't do, but it's such a nice ribbon. I loved it. And then on the inside, I used the stamp set that carried over, and somewhere it's over here somewhere. Oh, there it is, because I like the saying in that. So the saying is from You're Inspiring, and it says, because of you, I am me. Happy Mother's Day. And then also what I used was from the Love What You Do set. I used this flower, and then this, I don't know what it is. I call it a blob, but what I do is I just stamped the corner of it and then stamped it, inked it up once, and then stamped it over there. It gives it like a watermark. Okay, it doesn't have to be perfectly in there. I know there's a smaller one that might fit in there, but I kind of like it like the watermark. Thank you, Stacy. Oh gosh, I love this set. I know it's kind of pricey. So what I suggest is when you get that, have a party, when you get that 50% off item, this is what you want to buy. I wasn't sure about it, but I'm telling you, it is so much fun, and there are so many possibilities, which is what I'm going to show you now. Okay, so now I have 2 Mother's Day cards, and let me just show you a couple other ideas. Before I show you the last card, the other card I did, these are all the negative pieces. You have a lot of things left over, but let me show you what I did with the leftover pieces. You can just take, let's say the M, okay, without the guide piece, as I call it, without putting it in there, you can run this through the Big Shot, and you're going to get part of an M, and then you're just going to have to fussy cut that M off, the back side, or the one side of it. So let me show you what that looks like. Kind of got moved out of the way here. Oh, here it is. So when I did that, I got this. So when you cut it without using the guide, you get the M, but this part just needs to be fussy cutted. Fussy cutted? That doesn't sound too good. So you can make letters. Here's some letters I made with some leftover stuff. Okay, A. And you can even use it in the designer series paper. So there's an O. And again, you just have to cut that one part that doesn't get cut off. If you notice, see the M, this part wouldn't get cut off. So you just fussy cut that. And you can make all kinds of letters. So to show you what I'm talking about, let's say you run it through. Well, this one I ran through with the guide because I was playing around, okay? Let's just trim that off. If you use it without the guide, you're going to get something like this for the A. Probably shouldn't have picked the A. And you just fussy cut around that. Fussy cut around that. And now you have letters. This is so great for scrapbooking. And really, when you think about it, you can take a whole sheet of cardstock or designer series paper, put all your letters on there, run it through, well, as big as you can get through the Big Shot, and you're going to have all kinds of letters to use. So really, when you think about it that way, it is well worth the money. So let's show you another one. So again, if you have extra paper, you just run it through without the guide. It's going to look like this. And you just fussy cut your letter. This one's going to be easy because it's straight. It's a B. Boop. So you have all kinds of letters now. So you don't have to use it with the guide. Again, if you use it with the guide, you're going to get these guys. So that, I mean, again, I only played with it last night, so I don't have a lot of samples, but let me show you the last one before I have to let you go so I can get ready for work. Okay, are you ready? How about a baby card? Now, I could go in there and stamp on the BAB, baby. So let me tell you, if I lifted this up, it would look like the mom. Okay, let me bring this back in. It would look like the mom. These colors right here, the B under here is actually the blue. Following me? Then I fussy cutted. I did some yellow and I fussy cutted those off so that my letters, let me just see if I can lift one up for you. I probably glued it down too good. Yeah, I did. So the letters, hopefully that makes sense. The letters under here are the same as the designer series paper. Then I went in and I took a piece of So Saffron, because it looks like a baby yellow, and I put BA, I did 2 B's, and I ran it through the Big Shot without the guide, and I just fussy cutted them off so I could layer the yellow on top of what was under here. Hope that makes sense. Okay. So, again, and then I used it with Animal Outing to make a baby card. And then the inside, and again, anybody that knows me has been watching my videos, and oh, this will be on YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, please. Nothing like begging people. Sorry, it's early. Okay, so this one I did put a saying because I know that I'm giving this to my mom for Mother's Day. This one I didn't put a saying in there yet. Okay, again, I always tell you, I usually leave this blank until I'm ready to use it or I know that I'm making it for a specific event because I'm not sure what I want the saying to say. So these are my 2 cards. Again, let me bring in that set. It is the lined alphabet with the layering alphabet edgelets. Don't be afraid to use it. At first I was a little it's scary looking. It's not. It's so much fun to play with. I've got so many ideas, and the one thing I wanted to do last night, but I ran out of time, was a scrapbook page. This is going to be the ultimate for scrapbookers. Okay, I really do believe that, and I can't wait to do some scrapbook pages. So I hope you all enjoyed the video. Again, if you don't have a demonstrator, just contact me at Stampersdelight.com. I can get you out a current catalog now, and I can reserve a new catalog for you for June 1st. And if you have any questions, just send me a message, IM me, get on my mailing list. I hope you have a great day. Happy stamping. Thanks for watching. Tune back in next Friday morning at 7 a.m., okay? Bye, everybody. Thank you.